Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday, November 5th. It is the election day, presidential election. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. And being a student of history, I think it's a good time to read through what I think is probably, definitely in the top 2 or 3 greatest speeches in the history of our country, the Gettysburg Address. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those here who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotions to that cause for which they gave their last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. So it really is a beautiful speech, and so ironic that he said people will little remember what he said there that day. The point is, you go online and you see people saying, if Kamala wins, our country's not going to exist anymore. If Trump wins, democracy is over. Our country has been through so much. Our country is very, very far from perfect. Okay, I'm a history major. I don't hide from the bad history. Our country is not perfect. But it is a beautiful system, and it is the best system that the earth has ever seen in terms of promoting fairness. Everywhere in the world there was kings before this happened. Our president isn't even that powerful. We have a great country. Whether you vote for Democrat, whether you vote for Republican, our country is going to survive and our country is going to thrive because of the people here and because of the spirit that founded it. Again, it is far from perfect. The Civil War was a great repercussion of the imperfections that our country had. And even then, and even now, it's not perfect. But it is a great country, and we're going to be fine no matter who wins. So I'll get off of my soapbox now and be very interested to see who does win. Take care.